in totality, I cannot say there was no expectations that this might happen. But on the side of the indigenes and the populace of Nigeria, there probably wouldn't have been such anticipations of hitting the rock. But from the Western world, let us open our eyes as Africans. This would have been piloted, monitored, and released. Somebody cracked a joke to me. He said the Western Africa is too strong. And that is why colonial, what they call them, is it corona, or what you call COVID-19 did not affect them so much. But the southern side is complaining so much because they have been adulterated with so many foods that are not organic and all that story the person was telling. In other ways, Nigeria, that the Western world must think more of what can kill Nigerians, not COVID-19. You know, it could be funny, but what am I saying? Whatever that is going on, linking it up to Nigeria, whatever that is going on presently might be what they think can depopulate Nigerians. So let us be wise.
All right, let us be wise. And this one will take me to the conversation I was just making a while ago. That yesterday, the guest I was talking to in Addis Ababa was saying that Nigeria is essential for Africa. And of course, as Nigeria, we should have also know this, no? And of course, we're going to touch some other argument before the end of this conversation, because we are basically concentrating on security, which of you are an expert in security. You have had a lot of training in this area, so you are well prepared for it. So I'm not afraid to pose the whole question to you that I feel are concerning. Now, Nigerians have a lot of educated people, both home and abroad. Are we really powerless in front of what we have today, that our country is not working? Nigeria political experiment is failing in front of us. We can see it. It's like a house that is just crumbling. From time to time, we bring in leadership that instead of building the nation, lead us into a ditch, just gradually leading us to disintegration. Now, as a people, I'm not saying that every Nigerian, for the fact that you are a Nigerian, meaning you are an intelligent person. That is not what I'm saying. That would mean like what we usually say, no? That a European white person, because you are a European or a white person, it means that you will be able to take advantage of an Africa. It's not true. There are some stupid people in Europe, just like there are some stupid people also in Africa. So in Nigeria, there are stupid people who are equal to nothing, but there are highly, highly trained and intelligent people among us. Why are we not seriously planning a way out? We cannot pretend that there is not going to be a consequence. One day, Nigeria might just become the like of Congo, and it will be worse. We will just be there killing ourselves like the medieval age. We will just be there slaughtering ourselves, trying to defend some system that are not there. Somebody would have tell us that the Igbo people are better than the Yoruba. For this reason, you have to go and kill the Igbo, or the Igbo should be killing the Yoruba. From merely thinking, we should understand that somebody is taking advantage of us. And if that is the situation that we have today, can't the intelligent people among us do something, take action, so that we can save the country? That is my question.
Oh, well, I don't take it as a question because obviously you have thrown some way out on it. I'm going to say to you that at this very juncture, a native doctor does not perfect in his fatherland becomes one of the problems we have in the question you have asked. Yes, we have a whole lot of intelligent, able-bodied guys, well-trained and well-learned Nigerians that have taken to exile, that have now relocated to several other African countries and even the world. We do. Yes, we do. We have them. But the question is, who takes the first bullet become the difficult thing we have. What do I mean by first bullet? Most of our brothers and sisters who are outside the country and who are still in the country, as you saw what happened last time when the youth rised in Nigeria, they were forcefully stopped. And those of us who are outside kept quiet. It wasn't a good thing, because when the youths who are inside have taken that initiative, the ones outside supposed to what? Escalate it to a very high level, whereby their agitation would have been granted. But, well, it has not come close to my family, so let me stay out of this. It has not come close to my community, so let me stay out of it. But the truth of the matter is that tomorrow, your community might be the next in target. And then it will be too late for you as a Nigerian to defend your community, because you didn't defend other people's community, and it has now come to you. The others will keep quiet. This is what is happening. Shared responsibility in Nigeria. It's a similar example of you being in a family. I gave these instances the other time in one of my communications, and I'm going to say it again. It is applicable to Nigerian contexts, where you have a certain dog called Jack, and you have 10 people who are responsible in feeding Jack. Obviously, the first person will come, maybe James will pass and say, no, I'm rushing to work, John will feed Jack. And Jack will pass and say, no, Juliet will feed Jack. And the last, until the least, will pass Jack without feeding Jack, and Jack will remain what? Hunger, and it will become starvation. So what have I just said? Responsibility in Nigeria. Whose cause is this? Okay, solution. Let us all form a diasporan organization that could speak for all of us who are in the diaspora, and include some of them who are home or who are based at home, include them into that organization and begin to share responsibility through that organization. I'm not talking of a community or a certain area of the country, people's organization. No, I'm talking of a collective organization of Nigerians in the diaspora and home, coming together in that platform and begin to give responsibilities, begin to give charges. You do this, you do that, you do that. You will see that we will begin to shoulder responsibilities back home. And as we begin to shoulder those responsibilities, obviously, our voice and things to be done will then now be taken home and will be taken seriously. There will be no two ways, because, and okay, for instance, if they say they want to, probably the UN is coming into Nigeria for this and that, for instance, and we sit in that organization and raise a petition for everyone to sign, and probably we get up to 200,000, for instance, petitions signed. That is an authority. We have been authorified to then approach the seats of powers in Nigeria and say, this will not happen because we have several people who have already signed this petition and they are the bona fide citizens of Nigeria. For instance, but it cannot happen while we all sit down and say to God, "O Israel, I am closer to where I'm going than where I'm coming from. So let me just relax." It will never happen.